Well, hello. Welcome to the Synth Hefner Mansion. It is I once again, Synth Hefner, and I am here to talk about a few cool things that I think is going to be very, very big, not only at the end of this year, but at the end of, I should say the beginning of 2025. So, first on the list, I would like to take a look at the Behringer LM, or Behringer LM drum. And hey Gizmo, my faithful dog and the studio mascot, Mr. Gizmo, Enzo, and I won't say his last name because I don't need to reveal that. But Gizmo is such a good puppy. He's going to partake in this video with me right now. And if I see you guys on the chat, I hope to say hello to you. But right now, I'm going to play part of this video and see what happens. All right? All right, here we go. Let's turn this up.
You know, there's just something incredibly inspiring about those magical sounds from a golden era of music. An era that dreamt of the future, not knowing it was creating the timeless echoes of an iconic past. And here we are, 40 years on, where walls of exclusivity crumble to pieces, and the sounds that made history are within anyone's grasp. Introducing a rebirth of the legend.
So Patchdog did an awesome video. I'm not going to play the whole thing for you guys, but I really would like you to take a look at the video. Hello, Giz. Come on up here. Come on. Excuse me. Come on. There's my puppy Gizmo. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this drum machine. And as usual, I have gas. And I have gas for this drum machine because I've always wanted one. I've always wanted the Linn drum, and I always thought it was very cool and iconically one of the biggest selling drum machines besides the TR-808 and the TR-909. And I really think that Behringer knocked this one out of the park. It looks amazing, it sounds amazing. I can't wait for Patchdog's his latest video coming out. This is part one. That was part one, and then there's part two. If you haven't seen it, go onto the Behringer site and check it out. It's very cool. All the sounds were made with the LM drum. And Gizmo seems to like my hands. He's licking my hand right now. I don't know why. But anyway, guys, you know, I just think that I love drum machines, and I know I said this on Samurai's show last night, and I just think this is an amazing drum machine because of the fact that you know, if you ever listen to Purple Rain, or if you listen to songs from the Big Chair with Tears for Fears, Michael Jackson, I mean, the list goes on. And people use this drum machine because, frankly, I think a lot of people were kind of tired of the 909 and the 808 sounds. So when Mr. Linn came out with this drum machine, I think that it was a change. It was something that for them to embrace. And you know, around the same time, you also had the Simmons drum kits that were out. Simmons was the octagon-shaped drums. I know Simmons makes drums now, but I believe they're owned by, I want to say, Guitar Center. And they're just amazing. You know, they sound amazing. I would love to get my hands on a black or a red Simmons kit. but they're so expensive, and they're hard to come by without having them in really good shape, because a lot of them are really beat to crap. But yeah, so I just thought it was wonderful that they came out with that, and I'm just gonna go here. Oh, and the great thing about this video is why I love the fact that they show you Uli Behringer playing in a band, playing keyboard. He's a keyboard player. I always wanted to make keyboards, and he's making them, and he's making a hell. Behringer, I don't care what anybody says, is the best synthesizer company out there right now, because they're affordable, number one, and they're putting things into our hands that we've always wanted. And me being my age and being around in the 80s, always wanting to purchase these instruments and couldn't afford them because they were outrageously priced. And I know everybody's gonna say, well, it was economics. Whatever, man. I couldn't afford them. I can afford them now. And I'm gonna kind of make this kind of like a Christmas show also, because a lot of times we say to ourselves, boy, I wish somebody would buy me something like this for Christmas. We're all just big kids, right? And my wife and I, like I said before, we don't actually exchange Christmas presents. And so we always end up, buying whatever we want. And we celebrate Christmas with each other and with family, and that's really what Christmas should be about. Now, my family still does the whole Yankee swap kind of grab bag thing. Excuse me. Coffee. By the way, if Samurai is watching, I am ordering some of that mushroom coffee he told me about. I'll try anything. I love coffee. I love the taste of it. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I digress. I think that having, being able to buy yourself a Christmas present is very cool. And I think that this is probably one of those things that I'm going to buy myself. Now, it'll be after the new year, because I'm not going to put money out for it right now. I'm still paying off my credit card for Sweetwater. Just because I'm Synth Hefner, that doesn't mean that money grows on trees with me. It means that I have a plethora of wealth of synthesizers. There you have it. Anyway, so check the video out by Patchdog and Behringer. One of the things that I like about it is they talk a little bit about the history, and also apparently Uli bought a bunch of synthesizers from Tears for Fears that were in storage. They were auctioned off, and I think that's what made him, from what I understand, it inspired him to come out with the LM drum. Now, that being said, I'm just going to go here. And Gizmo's being a real good boy right now. He's at my feet on the ottoman, and he's just chilling out, and I love that. Also, like I said, I want to make this an end of year kind of thing. I want to talk a little bit about my views on the best synthesizers and drum machines that came out this year. And I just think that, that should, we talked a little bit about it on the Synth Fighter show last night. And I gotta say, what happened on SOR last night was absolutely incredible, was amazing. I think that Robbie and Samurai now are I don't want to say friends, I don't know what they are. I know that they are not nemesises with each other anymore, and that's a good thing. And I'm glad that the community's coming together. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate also the fact that you have Sonic State, which was the creme de la creme of bringing a community together. And I watched, I want to say I've watched it, but I've been following Sonic State for a long time. And I remember writing an article about the FSMO on Sonic State, and Nick Bat sent me a Sonic State t-shirt, which I thought was pretty cool. And so I've been watching them a long time, following them a long time, and then when they started doing the video vlogs on YouTube, I got hooked instantly. And then we had little spurts of different people popping up, showing all their stuff, and then the Pro Synth Network came up, and I started watching them, and I just think it's cool. We're all together. We're all one big, conglomerate of YouTubers who are fascinated with synthesizers. And I think the Synth Samurai has a very special announcement coming out soon. I hope he shares that soon. We've all been talking about it in our little group chat, and some new designs are coming out, and we're reclaiming some names. So this should be interesting. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to let him do the announcement because this is his shtick. This is his thing. This is my shtick. This is my thing. All right? And anyway, let's start it off with, I'm going to just check out the chat for a minute. Let's see if I can get in there. And let's see. I'm going to turn this down. And let's see who I got in the chat. Oh, okay. Well, I have Andy Fireblade Musa. What's up, Andy? I've got the Machines One in there as my admin, thank God. I've got Hans Volt in there as my administrator or my moderators. We've got Byron Hadley. Good morning to you, sir. We've got, wow. I'm not even going to say this one, but apparently, yeah, not even going to go there. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see, who else do I have in here? I've got Banana Rider 69. What's going on, brother? I've got Andrew Payatek. Don't the Roland TR 626 or 505 sound like a Lynn drum? That's very interesting. I had a 505. That was the very first drum machine I ever bought, was a TR 505, and I love that thing. And I wish I never got rid of it, but I did. Let's see. Synth Samurai, yo, what's up, brother? I've got Uncle Jerry's World in here. Everyone needs a Lynn drum, Samurai says. Purple Rain Gang. Yes, Purple Rain was one of my favorite movies in the 80s. I absolutely love, I love Prince. I thought he was a great musician, genius. Well, it looks like the guys want me to say this. So, Synth Samurai and the Machines One are calling out the new logo of the Synth Renegades, and the Synth Renegades are now going to be called SRM. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let Samurai handle that one. S.R.M. Check it out. It's very cool. We're reclaiming this. We're going to be reclaiming this. We are who we say we are. Love it. Andrew Piatek, Simmons is great. The SDSV on Jean-Michel Jarre's concert in China, played live with Roger Rizzielli. Cool, I'll have to check that out. Lim Drum, DJ Wojtek, what's up, brother? Space Capsules in the house. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. So welcome, guys. Welcome everybody. Let's see. Olive branches were extended. You're damn right they were, and here we are. And we're gonna ride the wave, man. We are gonna be. I think from here on in, all of us are synth renegades. I don't know. Call me out on that one, Samurai, if you want. But I think all of us are synth renegades. I think all of us are one big community that has enthusiasm for synthesizers, and that's what matters. All right, so let's get to it. Best synthesizers of the year, and here we go. I'm going to say top pick for me would be the Moog Muse, killer synthesizer. I'm even going to bring back some synthesizers to this year because, like I always say to Samurai, one of the things that we always do is we talk about the latest greatest, right? We never talk about the stuff we already own, or the stuff that was out 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. We never talk about that stuff, right? Because we either own it, or we had the gas for it and, you know, we couldn't afford it or whatever. So, number one, Moog Muse, top pick for this year. Second pick for this year, and Samurai's gonna love me for this one because I am gonna say Artorias PB12. I have to say it's a pretty fascinating synthesizer, and I'm sold on it. I really am. Like last night, I said to Samurai, if I could afford both of them in my studio, I would buy them. And who knows what the future brings, man. I have a feeling that 2025 is going to make us a lot of money. And I think that, I don't know, in the Synth Hefner Museum / Mansion, I think we're going to actually be able to have both of those in the studio. Oh, that's a big one to bite off, isn't it? Okay. Third one. I'm going to go with the, I don't care what anybody says, I'm going to go with the Osmos. It's still a new synthesizer. Not everybody has one. Hans Zimmer bought 5 of them to create the new soundtrack for the second season of Doom. And I just think that's amazing. And I'm gonna tie that into another third one. All right. I'm gonna say the Juno X and the Jupiter X. Those 3 synthesizers are amazing, and I know they were out a couple of years ago, and I just think they're amazing. And I think that we're overlooking what they are and what they're capable of. Okay, and that's just me. Haven't got one yet, haven't seen one yet, but on number 4, I'm going to say the Behringer Wave. I'm going to say that's going to be one of the number 1 selling synths at the end of this year, which we only have a couple of weeks left, and also going into 2025, I think that's going to be a big one for Behringer. Let's see, what else we got? What's another good? Oh, Samurai's favorite. I'm going to say the Steam Pipe, number 5, right? Or am I on number 4? I'm on number 5. Number 5, the Steam Pipe by Erica Synths. I think that's a very cool synthesizer. I think pairing that up with the Osmos would be amazing. I think it would be great. So those are my picks for top 5 synths. Because I just think that, you know, I just think that for creation and soundtrack wise and things like, if you're into doing soundtracks, I think that those are great synthesizers. Okay. Let's see. What do we got going on in the chat? Let's see what you guys think in the chat. Let's see. Osmos is on my wait list. Andy Fireblade says, not buying any more until I get one. Nice. Let's see. Oh, Smarty 1970. How you doing, bro? No pipes, no steam, thanks. Okay, well, that's cool. To each his own, right? Everybody, you do what you want. Smarty also says peanut butter eventually, meaning the PB12. As the Osmos keyboard, except no wiggle. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to argue that point with you. I don't care what anybody says. You're going to wiggle. You're going to wiggle that finger. You're going to wiggle several fingers because that's what the Osmos is great for. If you've played guitar or any kind of stringed instrument, you want to bend that note and you want to vibrate that note without using a modulation or a pitch wheel. You're gonna want to wiggle. Trust me on this one. Samurai says, no, not everyone is a synth renegade. You choose to be, some don't choose to be. Okay, that's fair. All right. Okay. I'm not going to argue with this. Listen, I'm not going to argue with the synth samurai, okay? I'm not arguing with him because he's going to win no matter what. All right? Okay. Smarty is a guitar player and loves vibrato. Absolutely, man. Banana Rider 69. Oh shit. Oh. That's a YouTube tip jar right there. Gotta put one out. You know, I gotta put my tip jar right here from now on when I do these. Multi-poly Samurai says yes. Let's see. Space Capsule says, what is the criteria to be a renegade? I'm gonna let Samurai answer that question because I feel that Samurai always said you're a renegade when you say you are. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what this says here, but Samurai, you're going to answer that question. I'm not answering that question because you are the leader of the Synth Renegades, and I listen to you, sir. Okay. Here we go. Well, he did kind of answer it here. It says renegade is a mindset. Not everyone has the grit. Don't mean they can't stop by the clubhouse for a beer. All right. I still wanted to answer the question. An official answer, sir. There you go. I'm waiting. Anyway, what's up, Carl Bedford? How you doing, man? Spoke to Toman in Germany today. My steam pipe arrives Monday. Well, Carl bought one. I'll keep you posted how it is. Dude, you got to make some videos on that. That would be great. We'd all like to see it in the wild. You know what I mean? We found out yesterday 350 renegades can be mobilized at any moment's notice. Synth Samurai. Okay. Yes, Banana Rider 69. You guessed it. SRM stands for Synth Renegade Mafia. I'm going to make a shirt, and I'm going to call it SHM, and that's going to be for Synth Hefner Mafia. Ha ha! How do you like that one? Bonus. All right. Hans Volt says to be a true renegade, you need at least one synthesizer felony or a misdemeanor in your past. Okay. Hans also says, I strangled someone over MIDI cables a few years back. All right. Okay. Well, that's Mr. Hans' fault. We all love a pit bull, and he's our pit bull. Gotta love the guy. All right. So, let's get to worst synthesizers of 2024. Now, top of the list for me is going to be the Moog Labyrinth. Poo-poo, caca. Okay? I'm not even going to say any more on that. Second one, let's go subcategory. Subcategory is going to be most expensive worst synthesizer in 2024. Teenage Engineering's OXB, XYZ, whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, tip jar, whatever it's called. Yeah, that new Oxy OPXY, there it is. Yeah. Crapola, Shillfest, just like, you know, I'm going to call it Andrew Hung again. Andrew Hung said the Labyrinth was the best synthesizer that Moog ever created. Come on, bro. Done. Unsubscribe to his channel. Don't watch it anymore. Done. Okay? And the Labyrinth. So the subcategory on that one is the OP by Teenage Engineering. OPXY. Done. Say no more. Shillfest. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? How about what was the most overshilled synth of 2024? I'm going to go with both of those, dude. Byron, I'm going to say both of those were the worst of the shilling, okay, of 2024. Most expensive is Analog Solutions TC5000 this year. Yeah, I guess. I really haven't checked that out. I think the Labyrinth was the most overshilled synth boff 2024 from Space Capsule. Yeah, Smarty 1970 says the Colossus Analog Solutions. Yeah, what was that priced at $64,000? All right, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into, because I already did a whole show on the most expensive synth, and I got trashed for that stuff. So whatever, I don't care. Labyrinth was pure shill, absolutely. Synth fun. How you doing, man? Let's see. DJ Wojtek says, so the best and the worst from the same company, but if money were no problem at all, would you like to play the OPXY? No. I have no gas. Excuse me. I have no gas. There is nothing on this planet. Even if they gave me one, no. I'd give it away. I don't like these typewriter looking, these, I don't like things like that. You know, I had a little bit of gas for the Ableton Move. I thought it was kind of cool. My buddy in work has one, and he loves it, and he's playing around with it. So I think that would be the only thing I would look at. There's nothing on this planet that would make me want to buy that, or play it, or even give me one. I'll give it away. Synth Samurai still wants to try the Labyrinth. You go right ahead, bro. Okay, you go buy one of those. Let's see. I'm just reading your comments, guys. Thank God, Banana Rider 69 said, thank God the Muse came out, because Samurai almost bought the Labyrinth for shits. Yeah, I tell you, that was like, think about what happened with that. So the Labyrinth came out, and it was like Shillfest, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Muse was the Moog Mirror, and then, you know, the Muse, and I gotta say, the Muse hit it out of the park for me. Still does, still sounds incredible, and Victortron Corf. I'm sorry, I botched the name. Anyways, Vic Corftron, his videos are amazing. On the Muse. All right, what do we got? Gotta see if Andy Hung was being honest. Yeah, I think he was. Come on, man. Come on. You think that he wasn't being honest? Bullshit. Let's not forget the GR Mega. What is that, Hans? I don't know what that is. Talk to me, bro. Let's see. I'm just reading some of the comments, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So those are my picks for worst. I'm sure there's a couple more. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know, what was that thing that was it Rolly that came up with the thing that looks, it's like and it's got a camera in it, and you move your hands, and it's like a D-beam kind of thing. Yeah. Come on. I just, and then there's that finger thing, the ring. It's like a ring, and they use that. Okay? I don't buy into gimmicks like that. That's a gimmick to me. Where are you gonna, you know, if you want something like that, get a theremin. You know, learn how to play the theremin. It's a very difficult instrument to play. It's like playing a violin. You know, everybody, I get it, man. Everybody's trying to come out with, you know, that thing is like this, it's like this bar. It's ugly as hell. This bar thing, and it has cameras in it, and it sees your hands move while you're playing the keys, and blah, blah, blah. And I think Rolly, I don't like Rolly keyboards. I'm sorry. I think Rolly, I firsthand experience, I played a Rolly, and I don't like it. That's me. When the Osmos came out, I said, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'm going to send it back. And I fell in love with it because it's a freaking keyboard. The Rolly, I couldn't wrap my head around it, man. I just didn't like the way it felt. I want to know what that gummy surface is going to look like after, a few years. I think about it. And what it's going to feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anybody out there with a Rolly? Let me know. Theremin is cool. I used to own one. I had one. It was fun to use. Let's see. Oh. Well, I don't think we're going to show that. I don't really know what you mean by Byron Hadley. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm going to hide that. I know you were joking. I see you laughing, but I don't really think nobody needs to see that. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. Anybody in here with a logo who is a synth renegade, email it to me. Oh ho ho! He's plotting something, the samurai. Yeah, I think this is going to be cool. Let's see. Let's see. D-Beam is the 90s Theremin. Yeah, and Roland bought D-Beam. I remember when D-Beam came out. I remember there was a guy who made it. And I think Alesis, was it Alesis? I think Alesis is the one that patented for the guy. And then Roland bought it and they put it in everything. They put the little D-Beam in everything. And I just think that's wrong. And I never liked any of the synths that Roland came out with that. I think it was a Phantom that actually had that in it, one of the Phantoms. Yeah, so I just, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar, Andrew, with the VL1. Not familiar with that at all. But yeah, so those are my picks for worst synthesizer. I'm sure there's a few more. My best picks, I told you. I'm even gonna, so my best picks, I'm even gonna rehash some stuff. So let's take a look at the Hydrasynth for one, all right? The Hydrasynth is amazing. Let's take a look at the DeepMind 12 is amazing. Let's take a look at any of the, I forgot one. Best synth of the year, I'm going to say the Multi-Poly by Korg. That's what I'm going to say. It's great. It's a great synthesizer. If you haven't seen Anderton's music with Luke on there from Korg, I met Luke at NAMM, super cool guy, super talented, very cool, made that thing talk, made that thing sing, and I have to say, that is up there on the gas list. As far as the Oberheim TE05, thought it was cool, not impressed. Sip of coffee. Iced coffee, by the way, another New England favorite, like I like to say. We are the only ones in New England, they're the only ones, I think, that drink iced coffee in the wintertime. We're weird like that, but then again, New England is weird. We got 6 to 7 months out of the year of winter, and gloomy days. And today happens to be a very sunny, beautiful day here in the mansion, and I'm loving it. Okay, Hans Volt says DeepMind 12 is not amazing. Oops, wrong chat. Ha ha ha! Caught ya! Anyway, let's see, what else we got going on here? Yeah, let me go back. So guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And there's a few synthesizers. Oh, and you know what? Another thing that I think I find interesting is you gotta look at The Spice, I don't have one, but I think that's an amazing synthesizer for the year, for this year that came out. I don't have one, I'm gonna say yet. um, and the other one, what's the other one? I'm trying to think of the other one. My God, I was gonna buy it too. This is what happens when you don't sleep. I haven't had good sleep ever since I got the puppy. My wife and I are up and down. It's like having a baby, and we're always awake, and we get maybe 2 or 3 hours sleep a night. The grind, yes, the grind. I think those are great. I think those are going to be up there for the. I mean, the Behringer grind is sick. I'm still mulling it over, but I think out of all the Behringer stuff that's come out, I think I'm going to go with the LM. I think the LM drum machine. I love drum machines. I'm a drummer. That's my forte. That's what I started out playing, and I think I'm going to buy one of those. My wife is probably going to have a conniption. But that's what the Sweetwater card is. Shout out to Sweetwater. Yes, indeed. My guy's name is Greg. He's great, and he hooks me up all the time. Who ordered the LM drum? Let's bring the funk back. Absolutely. DJ Wojtek. The grind is far better than the Spice. Okay, if you say so. I haven't tried any of them, but if you have both of them or you tried them, I believe you. Let's see. Symptoms of reality. What's going on, guys? Let's see what else we got in here. Colt does beats. How you doing, man? Let's see. Synth Samurai says he's going on a spending spree. And the Colt, I'll tell you, I have both. I have the Guitar Center card and I have the Sweetwater card, and I gotta tell you, it's freaking dangerous. You don't know how many times I look at that card, the Sweetwater card especially, and go, you know, I could just call up my man Greg at Sweetwater and say, order me a Muse. I could do it. I have a lot of credit with Sweetwater, and I have a lot of credit with Guitar Center, but more with Sweetwater. I could do it, and a lot of times it tempts me. I remember that was running a deal, was 48 months interest free, and it was what was it? It was it $99 a month or something like that? To own the Muse, and I almost pulled the trigger. I was this close. I remember being on Samurai's show, and I was this close, and everybody's going, do it, Echo, do it. And I couldn't do it. I can't. I got no room. Oh, by the way, just to give a heads up on another subject that I always talk about, and that's redoing my studio. I have taken off the 21st, the 20th week, the 21st in January. Taken off that entire week of the 21st, and I shall revamp my studio. That'll give me enough time. It'll be a whole week. I usually go to NAMM. That's when NAMM usually is, and I'm not going this year. I can't afford it right now, but. Plus, I got a puppy, and I don't know, my wife usually comes with me, and I'm not going to go. I don't like traveling by myself, so I'm not going to go to NAMM by myself. But, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to revamp the studio and get that on the way because I've been wanting to do it, and I procrastinate the shit out of it. Oh, tip jar. Yeah, I don't know, man. Echo, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Yes, Samurai, I know that. But I also, looking at the big clock over there, it is 12:15. I got to feed little Gizmo here. It's time for him to eat. And I can't. I also got to go pick up my beautiful daughter and spend some time with her today. But I got to tell you guys, I love this community. I love all you guys. I think it's awesome. Symptoms of Reality says Sweetwater card is dangerous. It is. It's crazy. You know, when I want to buy something, it's just like, oh, I could just buy that. That's insane. I got to be careful. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, man, I got Gizmo. Gizmo's my puppy, and I have a daughter, a real life daughter. You know, I'm a human being. I you know, procreated. Let's see. What else we got before I go? And I love you guys. Machines One, I love you guys. I love all you guys. I'm really happy that we're all together and we're doing this thing. It's Synth Madness, man. I love it. Synth Madness. Synthesizer Madness. Woo! Oh, sorry, Gizmo. I woke the little dude up. But anyway, I'm thinking about Space Capsule says, I think about 4 years you'll be able to score a Muse for 2,500 used. I'm hoping to see that. Listen, I will buy the Muse I will buy it tomorrow if Sweetwater sells me a Muse for $19.99. There you go. I would love to be sponsored by Sweetwater. I think it would be great. I'm sure a lot of musicians say that, but that's never going to happen. Synth Wars 2025 Samurai versus Echo. Is that a challenge? Listen, man, I don't want to fight you. You're my bud. You're my bro. You're my brother from another mother. You know? I don't know. I don't know the way that sounds right now. Okay? Listen. That made me uncomfortable. I got a little anxiety over that. A cyberpunk challenge, laugh out loud. Arms wrestling. Samurai would kick my ass in arm wrestling. Trust me. He works out. I hit a bump in the road with working out. I have a lot of physical problems. I try to stay active and I try to eat well. But yeah, my wife's a chef, so she cooks really good food, really healthy food. But yeah, he kicked my ass in an arm wrestling contest. He kicked my ass, period. You know, I took martial arts probably for what, 6 or 7 years, 8 years of my adult life. I don't remember. And I know a few things here and there. I've done, you know, I've learned a few things. But this guy, Synth Samurai, he showed me pictures of him. He's been in the ring. He's been in the octagon. He's kicked ass, and he's had his ass kicked. Seen those pictures too. He's the real deal, man. You know, and he lives by Bushido blade rules. You know, and he lives by the art of war. And he's the real deal, guys. He's not. This isn't a facade for him. Synth Samurai is the real deal. Let's get that straight. Anyway, let's see. What style? I took Okiru Kempo. That was my style. What style again were you, Samurai? Was it Muay Thai? I know you did kickboxing. Like Okiru Kempo is Jeet Kune Do is involved in that. Kempo, Taekwondo. There's a whole bunch of it's mixed martial arts. That's basically Kung Fu is what I learned. That's Okido Kempo. So Kempo, you know, it's a lot of kicking and stuff. Samurai, what were you? Symptoms of Reality, Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu, yeah, we did a lot of that too. Jiu-Jitsu's awesome, you know. Let's see, what else we got? Samurai, Muay Thai, Judo, Kayu Tukai, and Hypokaio Nujijai. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. I've never heard of those styles, but I believe you. I imagine that's what, is that a Korean style? Because I know you spent some time in Korea teaching English, and you also fought down there, so which is pretty cool. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah, say that 5 times fast. Um, but yeah, so that's one thing I love about when I connected with Synth Samurai was the fact that we had a lot in common. We also both cut our own hair, which I thought was kind of cool. And our wives are very similar. I love it when we're in the middle of a show and Kate says, it's time, it's bedtime, knock it off. I love that. My wife does the same shit to me. You know, we're just little boys, man. We're just big boys with big toys. You know what I'm saying? We're big kids. And, and behind every good man is a good woman. And I believe that. I've been married twice and I got me a good woman. And I wasn't saying my ex-wife was a good woman. She's a good woman too. Just things didn't work out. But yeah, my wife, we're best friends and she's a good person. You know, beautiful lady. And it definitely she keeps me in line. Although the Sweetwater card and synthesizers kind of got out of hand, and I guess that's not going to change. So there it is. Anyway, guys, much appreciated for y'all coming to check me out. And without further ado, like I always say, and I always mean this from the bottom of my heart, stay frosty because things are crazy. Always keep your guard up. Never let your guard down. And that's what my sensei taught me. Always be aware of your surroundings. Stay frosty. That's what that means. And stay creative, because you got to stay creative. I love music. Music is the language. It's the universal language of the world. I don't care what anybody says. I love all kinds of music. And so stay frosty. Stay creative. Keep buying synths. You know, like Samurai says, buy something, right? Okay? I got a little gimmick coming up for that too. And like I always say, guys, peace out. Say bye, Gizzy. All right.